Troy Kearns, real estate investor, bringing it to you live from Houston, Texas on our second meeting with Joel Palacios. In back of me, I've got our latest Turo rental, a 2018 Maserati. Let's check out the car inside. So what do we call this, OTEP? What's this color?
Peanut butter inside.
Peanut butter inside, okay? That's what we got here. Let's fire this up.
As did my father, and my father.
All right, one thing I noticed about the Maserati, there ain't no USB charger in this thing. The guy who I rented this from, he has 60 cars on Turo. Sorry, excuse me, 45 cars on Turo. He makes $60,000 gross a month. Obviously, he's got costs for insurance. Obviously, he's got costs for this. He's got costs for that, but his gross number is $60,000. For anybody who's thinking like the Turo business is not a real business, this is a real business. I paid this guy about $200 for the use of this car for the whole 24 hours. Cool thing, he dropped it off at the hotel, so it was here when I got here. Secondarily, I drop it off at the airport, he comes and picks it up. What rental car company provides that type of service, okay? Oh, by the way, you know what the check-in for this was? Me showing up, taking a picture of my driver's license in front of the car as a selfie, he unlocking the doors and the keys being in. And honestly, what do you think this would cost? Comment below what you think a car like this is gonna cost if you rent from a rental car agency. How much are they gonna charge you for the peanut butter and the paint, the white paint, the peanut butter? How much are they gonna charge you for that? For the Maserati symbol? They're gonna charge you probably $500, $600, $700, $800 a day. I know because I've rented them before, okay? Or I've tried and I never rented them because they're too expensive. So now with Turo, everything's wide open. If you got a Lamborghini sitting in your garage, you can rent it out. If you've got a car sitting in your garage, you can rent it out. If you're not on Turo and you're talking to me and you're following my channel and you're saying, Troy, I need to get started in real estate, rent out your car. There's no better way to learn how to transact with people than renting out something that you own. Why start with a house? Why not buy a $5,000 vehicle, clean it up, rent it out for 200 bucks a night, rent it out for 50 bucks a night, whatever you can get. The Turo business is alive and well. The reason we're down in Houston, Texas right now is because Joel Palacios entered our millionaire mentorship contest and won the freaking thing. And now we're flipping a property in Houston, renting Turos. Maybe we start a Turo business, maybe we start a house flipping business, but we're definitely we're getting started doing something while we're in Houston, Texas. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get started doing something. I do want to meet with this dude who's renting me this car because like I said, he has 45 cars, $60,000 gross income. I thought was great. I mean, he's making good money. He's got depreciation. He's got lots of good things going for him tax-wise. He's got this, he's got that. So you know on a regular car, you can depreciate it over 5 years. On a 6,000 pound car, you can depreciate it your first year. What does that mean for you if you're renting the Turo business? That means you can write off that vehicle as a loss. Depreciation is code word for loss. So if you're writing off your $100,000 vehicle over 5 years as a loss, you're knocking off $20,000 every year as a loss against your income. So if you made $20,000 on this car, you then would send the IRS a check saying, I made zero because your depreciation wiped out your gain. So you made $20,000 and you kept $20,000 because according to the IRS with the depreciation, you've been able to write off that whole amount of income. So that's, if you wonder, like sometimes I wonder like, man, how's that business make money? Depreciation. Or how's a tractor company who has tractors sitting on their lot all day make money renting those things out? Depreciation. How does Enterprise Rental Car make money in open places everywhere? Depreciation. And you can tell I'm so excited about this business because I get it. Like this is the rental car business. This is the Airbnb business on steroids. And I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of BS regulation involved, but right now it's the wild, wild west and those who start first are gonna make lots of money. I paid a little bit of money on this car, like 200 bucks, like I said, and I could have got a Nissan Maxima for like $45, but we're trying to learn about Turo and I want to rent out cool cars to learn about how much these guys are making. And then when I get back to Kansas City, I'm putting my Raptor on Turo and we're gonna give it a shot. Comment below if you think I should put my Raptor on Turo. Comment below how much you think I'll get for renting out my Raptor in Kansas City. Each market is different. So how much am I gonna get in Kansas City? How much would I get in Vegas? If I rent that Raptor out, which is now paid off, that's pure profit because it's paid off. I've already used the depreciation. Then I could go buy another car if I wanted to, but what car would I buy? I don't even know. I'm not even interested in another car. Man, have you checked out our video on how I got turned down to buy a sports vehicle and how they wouldn't even give me the time of day and basically told me to pound sand, get lost, get out of here, go grab the shopping cart you came in with, and get the hell out of here. We don't want to deal with you. Basically is how I felt like I got treated. And here's the funny part. When we first went to go buy a vehicle, I had one of my guys at that time look up the vehicle. We ended up going down to Vegas Lotus. And when we showed up with our camera, they told us, "Vamonos, okay, get out of here. We don't want to deal with you." And then, guess what happened? I was like, okay, that sucks, man. So I kind of put the deal on hold, talking to my wife's stepfather, and then I'm talking to him, and I'm telling him he's a car guy. He sold for Mercedes. He sold for this company. He's got lots of nice cars. He's got the new Corvette. He's always in the know on cars. And coincidentally, he just sold his house for sale by owner to his neighbor, which was not the best decision because the guy ended up getting a really good deal, but he didn't want to put it on the market, and then he regretted it afterwards. But he put the property on the market, he sold it to his neighbor. His neighbor ends up owning the dealership, to which I was treated like crap. So as I'm talking to my father-in-law, I'm like, yeah, do you know anybody? He's like, well, the guy who bought the house owns a car dealership. Why don't you get a hold of him? His name's Nick. I'm like, all right, Nick. Called up Nick. Nick's like, yo, I'm gonna take care of you. As you saw on the Sahara location, the guy actually took care of us, even though right now he was MFing us.
I gotta be a fucking actor in a video for this.
But he was at least playing the role, and I'm okay with that. Play the role. If you don't want to do if you're like, God, man, I want to deal with this guy with the camera. I get it, man. Not everybody wants to be on camera. I didn't want to be on camera. That's why it took so long to get on YouTube. But I called the owner. Now the owner knows that, oh, your father-in-law sold me his house. You've got a good real estate business. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, we got you taken care of. Let me set me up with your general manager. He sets me up with his general manager. The general manager shows me the Bentley, shows me the Range Rover. It's actually really nice to me, even though when he didn't know he had his recorder still on, he's like saying a bunch of crap about us, but he treated us great. I honestly don't even care about that. But then when he sent us down to their other dealership, where the owner actually was on site, nobody would give us the time of freaking day. So we didn't buy a car. And then I talked to my father-in-law. He's like, well, do you want me to call him? Hell no, I don't want you to call him. Do I ever want to do business with someone who treats people like that, even when he does know them, even when he doesn't know them? He could have sold me a car. I would have bought a car. I'm ready to buy a car. But instead, poor customer service is why we haven't bought a car there yet. Instead, I bought a Sprinter van. Check out my video on our Sprinter van. That's a $170,000 Turo play. $85,000 for the vehicle, $85,000 to upfit it, and we'll probably rent between $300 to $600 at any given time. And if you got something to say about that, comment below. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm gonna get $300 to $600 a day? If you think I'm crazy, comment below. But you're wrong, because I'm not, because I've checked the numbers 100 times and it works. I hope you love this video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you understand that, man, I know what it feels like to get turned down. I know what it feels like for people to treat you like crap. I know what it feels like for people not to want to take your money. Like, this was probably the top 10 worst experiences of my life trying to buy something. Trying to buy something and getting treated like freaking garbage, man. I know how people feel, you know? When you're going in there, you're like, man, I'm great. I've freaking done along for my business. I got a great credit score. I got this, I got that. They didn't ask me any of that. They didn't ask me money. They assumed because we have cameras, we're busted. We got no money. They're just trying to do a YouTube channel. They're just trying to make money by shining us on and recording our cars and taking advantage of us. That's what their small-minded thinking was. And guess what? Good for them, because I'm glad I didn't do business with them. Because if you do business with people like that, chances are the same way you're treated at the sale, you're treated way worse after the sale because they already got your money. So I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace!